You should be able to express the central idea of your novel in just a few sentences. Having the heart of the story tightly defined keeps you anchored and moving towards a clear goal at the same time. In this video, we're going to use a technique which defines 5 key story elements and weaves them together into 2 sentences which express the central idea of your story. Hi, I'm Kat, creator of the Novel Factory roadmap and writing software. The Novel Factory is an app that contains a range of tools and resources to help writers become more effective and efficient. Quick question, are you a planner, someone who likes to plan out all the details of their novel in advance? Or are you a pantser, someone who prefers to just sit down with a blank screen and write by the seat of their pants? Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Also, you might want to check out the text version of this tutorial, which is available at our website. Now, let's get started. The core of almost all stories can be distilled into 5 critical elements: character, situation, objective, opponent, and disaster. To help illustrate the different elements and how they come together, we'll use examples from The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, The Handmaid's Tale, and The Lion King. We'll start by deciding who our main character is. This is usually the point of view character, the one who changes the most through the story. We'll start by noting down their name and one key defining characteristic. Next, we consider the situation the character is in. It may be the crisis they find themselves facing after the inciting incident, or a new world they enter. What does the character want? This may change over the course of the novel, and that's without getting into what they actually need. But what we're looking for here is their main external objective once the story gets going. Conflict is the driving force behind all compelling stories, so your hero needs a good opponent. The more formidable the opponent, the more invested your readers are likely to be. The stakes and challenges should increase throughout your novel, and here we want to think about the hardest challenge the hero will face at the climax of the story. Hopefully now you will have some idea of each of the major elements of your story. Now we're going to bind them together into a single sentence which summarizes the premise of your story. Let's take a look at our examples. When Katniss Everdeen, survivalist by necessity, volunteers to take part in a televised fight to the death, she just wants to survive and return home to her family. But the game makers change the rules at the last moment, forcing her to choose between killing her closest ally or being killed by him. When Harry Potter, child wizard, enters a magical school of witchcraft and wizardry, all he wants to do is survive school and learn magic. But the greatest evil wizard who ever lived wants to steal an immortality charm and destroy the entire school. Offred, a handmaid who is forced to be a breeding vessel with no freedom or rights, just wants to stay out of trouble and bear the commander a child. But her commander is probably infertile and illegally takes her to a forbidden nightclub. Simba, heir to the throne, believes he is responsible for his father's death and vows never to return and bring shame on his mother and pride. But his uncle Scar is running the kingdom into ruin, and soon the pride will perish. Now it's your turn to try it. Your task is to define the 5 key story elements of your idea and weave them together into 2 sentences based on the examples. The Novel Factory app has a dedicated planning section where you can easily complete your premise. Go to novel-software.com and hit register to check it out. And don't forget, if you'd like to read a text-based article about the premise, which goes into more depth and detail, go to novel-software.com and click on Writer's Resources, the Novel Writing Roadmap. In Step 2 of the Novel Writing Roadmap, we explore how to write a plot outline.